dog who doesn't want to walk.
Or maybe she just doesn't like the lead. Hey Jojo, you don't like the lead, do you?
So today is day 187, and this evening I went out for the first time in a really long time. Actually, the first time since I've been back from Australia, I actually went out into a social situation. So I went to see a play with some friends in Dawson, and it was the first time I've been out here in town for a really long time. Even before I left Dawson in November last year, I hadn't been out a lot. I do get social anxiety, and it's something that I've had since a young age. And going out tonight was it was fine. I enjoyed the play. I thought it was great. It was a lot of fun. However, I really didn't like being in the social situation surrounded by people who I haven't seen for a long time, or kind of know a little bit that's been going on with me but don't know the full story, or some people that just don't know at all that I'm separating with my husband. And so having to have that conversation with people I don't know all that well because they're asking questions and they want to know it just brought up a lot of emotion, and I didn't really feel like being there and having those conversations in that situation. And I felt kind of awkward. And it's the reason why it makes me feel so awkward, I think, is because none of those people are very close friends. None of them are dear friends. None of them know me very well. And I'm also quite vulnerable and sensitive at the moment, and so it's not easy for me to be in those situations, and I kind of just prefer not to be in those situations. So it's really easy for me to stay home and in my own energy. And then when I left and I was alone and I went for a little bit of a drive, I just felt this kind of sadness, and I was trying to figure out what the sadness was. And the sadness is that I haven't found my tribe of people in this town since I've been here. And I have a beautiful tribe of people across the world and back in Australia who really are my tribe. You know the people that I'm talking about. Hopefully that when you're in their presence, you just feel like you're at home. You feel completely accepted, you feel completely loved, and you also have this deep alignment and resonance with the person that you know when you're going to start talking to them, you're going to have really good conversation about important issues and things that are really good to talk about, instead of just, kind of really superficial conversation. Because I'm not good at superficial conversation. I've never been good at superficial conversation. It's not my choice of conversation. I prefer to have deep, meaningful conversations with people, and I always find it quite uncomfortable kind of standing around in circles of people, just kind of standing around, especially when I don't drink and all of that kind of thing. It's quite awkward for me. So there was this sadness when I left of knowing really that I don't have my tribe here, and that I don't resonate deeply with any of the people that I was with. So there are people there that I care for and I appreciate, and I'm really happy that they're in my life. However, there's just this resonance that is missing, and so it kind of made me feel lonely and sad. So it was interesting to go out, and it kind of reiterated why I don't go out. Which is, it's a difficult thing because I don't want to isolate myself anymore, and I want to have fun and I want to experience these things. However, whenever I do, it's awkward, and it's just not really my cup of tea. It's not my tribe, it's not my scene. It's just very kind of, it's a little bit off kilter. It's not fully in alignment with me and what I'm desiring to experience in a social context. So that was an interesting experience and an interesting little experiment tonight. Tomorrow I'm going to a women's drumming circle, and that sounds like more my cup of tea, but we'll see. It might not be the kind of drumming circle that I am used to, so we'll see what happens there. I'm open and I'm excited about that, because that's something that I really miss, is that kind of connection with women and in a sacred space. So that's day 187.